is up, guys? What's up? Oh, wow. We got Jason Casper in the house. Appreciate you guys for showing up. Got back from sauna, cold plunge a little while ago. It is still kind of light out, 10:25 p.m. Sun is setting pretty soon over in Finland here. And, what's up, Jason? Jason Casper, man. Shout out to Jason Casper. Hope you're doing well, man. If you want to come on, if you want to give us some insight here, I'd be more than happy to have you on right now. If you're watching, Jason, just shoot me a message like in the Discord, and I'll get you on the call or whatever. We could get you through there if you want. If you got a few minutes. So ultimately, guys, and check out Jason's Casper if you guys have not. I'm sure most of you know about him, but if you guys don't, check out his channel. He does a lot of really good TA. Really talented trader, really talented guy. And here are all the trades right now. As you can see, quite a few of them. And I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Drinking an espresso. I told Wolf Crypto I would do their Twitter space in about a half hour, so it's probably going to be a shorter stream today, unfortunately, guys. But let's see, what's up, FBX, what's up, Johnny M, what's up, Josh Rodriguez, and and let's see here. So, basically, okay, it looks like we may have a little special guest. Let's see, so we may have a little, I think I got everything set up for that, so we should be okay. Hopefully the technicals work here. But I'm sure you guys want to hear from this special guest. I'm sure you guys could already guess who it is. But yeah. And let's see. See if he picks up. And yeah. We'll just leave this on the thing. But anyway, Ethereum should be up to 35. I mean, there's a lot of potential for Ethereum, obviously, as you guys know. And yeah. But yeah, and ultimately, look at this. But let's see here. So hold on. Oh, I'm not hearing you. Oh, damn it. Give me a second here. Oh, I just heard you.
Yo.
Okay, let me just make sure everybody else is able to hear you, so I could just say something, please.
Something.
Okay, it's good. Perfect. Great. So, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty well, man.
It's good, man. It's good. Let me just make sure. Is the audience able to? Everything should be good. But audience, somebody tell me if you're able to hear Jason. So go on. Say, what? It's been a minute. Man. How have you been?
I've been pretty blessed, bro. Like, I can't complain. I went through a really hard time this year so far, but things are turning around.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear that, but good to hear that things are turning around. I've been busy with a lot of things, so I got to start watching your channel a little bit more. You've been chilling, hanging, coming into mine during live streams. I really appreciate that, man. It's incredible. So, really an honor to have that from the legendary Jason Casper. So yeah.
Of course, bro. I mean, Evan Aldo is the hidden gem of crypto TA channels.
Well, I appreciate that. Man. Yeah, I mean, I'm more low key. I'm more I've been doing the sauna ice baths out here in the capital of that in the world in Finland. So more international these days. So yeah,
In Finland.
Finland. Yep, cool place. Cool place.
Wow, that's awesome, bro. I
Have you
didn't
been
even
to
realize you
Finland?
were in Finland.
Have you been to the Nordics?
No, no, I've never left the United States. That's not true. I've never really left the United States for more than a vacation.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah, Finland is the Nordics are pretty cool. I mean, it's nice because you get the daylight never really ends here. Like it's 10:30 p.m. and it's still pretty light out. Like it feels like it's 6 p.m. You know what I mean, or 7 p.m. Like it's starting to go
Wow.
down. But yeah, I mean, conversely, you're so far up north. This is like being in Alaska, man. This is like you're just so far up north.
Have you been? How long have you been there? Have you been there for a winter? For a
No,
dark winter?
no, God, no, no, no. That's not. No, no. I got here like, man, like 12 days ago or something, and I'm staying until like the beginning of August. So I'm staying about a month, a little bit over a month, and then I'm heading to. Just gonna keep it a secret for the viewers, but since you're on the channel right now, we could reveal it. I'm heading
Oh man.
to Bangkok, Thailand, So,
Oh wow. That's awesome, bro.
but yeah. I'm gonna probably go to Token 2049. There's a conference out in Singapore, beginning of October. I went last year, and man, some things that I saw. That's the last time I saw Ben Armstrong. I don't want to like get you always everybody's you always wish the best for everybody with their prayers, but it's the last time I saw him, and obviously a lot different than the latest that we saw that. But man,
Yeah. That's sad, bro.
yeah, yeah. I mean
He did
it.
a lot to help a lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah. No, definitely. I mean, you just hope that things could change. I mean, look at Ross Ulbricht. I mean, he didn't look like he had much hope. He was in 2 life sentences, no possibility of parole, and now he's out of prison. So, I mean, things can change. They don't always change, but
Yeah.
they definitely can. Um,
I hope they do, man. Because I know deep down there's a good guy in there. He just I guess let things get a lot of hand there.
yeah, for whatever reason, you just gotta let things get better. But the thing I wanted to ask you, I mean, obviously, you're I mean, you were into crypto for a while. What do you think of what's everything? I gotta ask, what do you think of everything going on right now?
So everyone's been on the edge of their seat about whether or not we're going to have a bearish summer like we have the past few years. But now I'd say that's a really good, strong breakout. Weekly candle close, follow through volume, looks good. I think things look bullish for Bitcoin, and in the context of the last few months of the 4-year cycle, and in the context of the continuation of the uptrend, I think the altcoin chart looks insanely bullish. I think we could see a big fall into winter this year. Like it's gonna be like old school
Mm.
crypto bull market with the euphoria and all that.
It really, that's what I think, man. I mean, I, I don't know if you saw, like, I'll put up the chart right here. This is really interesting, like for the peak of Bitcoin, and I'm sure you've kind of looked at it. So it was, if you look at the weekly here, 100 from the bear market low to the high there, 154 bars. From this bear market low to the high there, 152 bars. From this one so far, or 152 to 151 bars would be an October top. How are you feeling about an
Yeah,
October top?
yeah. I'm feeling right around between September to November. 500 days after the
Mm,
halving is right around that time. The when we top out, and everything in my opinion is lining up for that to happen. And what's strange is this time, and this is my third bull market. So the first two, the bullish sentiment was extreme. This time, there's so much bearish sentiment. You have big crypto influencers, some of the biggest. I'm not going to drop any names, saying that ETH is I'm worried about ETH. Like ETH isn't going to pump anymore, and this time the altcoins aren't going to have their day this time. So it's very interesting.
There's fear, yeah. A lot of a lack of interest too. In terms of like social risk. That's probably starting to
Right.
go up right now, but it was quiet, man. Like it was a quiet few months, especially. I remember when we came down to like freaking 1400. Like it was enough to scare a lot of people away, and like sadly, a few of my viewers, against. I don't trade like this. They were kind of, I think going on low leverage and trying to keep finding the bottom on ETH, and they kind of got liquidated, at that 1400 mark or whatever. But yeah.
Oof. That sucks, bro. I mean, I haven't been leveraged longing any altcoins, but I do hold quite a big position on ETH. And funny enough, we came basically back down to around my entry. But the way I'm looking at it now is like either altcoins are really dead, or we have an opportunity right now that we've never ever seen ever, which is Bitcoin is above the previous cycle all-time high, and we have altcoins at bear market levels with bullish momentum waves on the monthly, on Market Cipher B. Money flow crosses on the weekly, bullish divergences on the weekly for so many different altcoins. While we're in a bull market. I mean, this is probably, for me, at least in my mind, it's worth the risk, like, to be bullish on altcoins right now, given all things considered. It's not like, you think back to previous bull runs, like even like Bitcoin at 65K, in the spring of 2021. Everyone's so bullish on altcoins, but everything already looked topped out. Like ETH already looked topped out at that point. But now everything's bottomed out. Like, how much lower can we go? You look at coins like AVAX, Chainlink, Cardano. I mean, these things are at bear market levels. And even, like, in my mind, these are good assets.
Yeah.
Chainlink, AVAX, Cardano, these are just some of the ones off the top of my head that I know haven't even started to pump. It's like, objectively speaking, these are strong projects, and they're at major, major support with bullish signs on the chart. If you believe in crypto at all, this is like buying time. Even if we don't hit all-time highs, there's more upside than downside for a lot of these top 20 market cap coins.
100%, man. Like I think like now it really is, especially, I'm not the biggest fundamental guy, but especially when you're at a potential, or even Powell may be fired and replaced with, somebody who's going to definitely lower rates and turn on the money printer a little bit a little bit quicker. Or then you have also September being the place where QT kind of officially ends. So I just don't see any scenario where alts don't do a little bit, at least, a double to triple. Like I would say, like, I mean, what would you think, like something like, I don't know, I know you mentioned Cardano, AVAX, Chainlink. Is there any like prices that you're looking for any of those that you're hoping where it's going to be like, yeah, like I got it right, like okay, hit this price this year, anything like that?
I mean, I'm looking at a $5 Cardano, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I think that's a conservative target, to be honest with you.
I'm looking at that right. Yeah, that would be fantastic, because I was just talking to somebody today about Cardano, and he was like, dude, I've been holding this thing for like since 2021. It's been 4 years. I would have already doubled my money if I just put it in the S&P 500. He's like, I'm getting out of this, and he keeps telling me this every like 3 to 4 months. I'm like, no, you just got to keep holding, man. You got to keep holding.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, if you look at the chart,
Yeah.
I'd say that. I mean, I don't know if you have it pulled up because I'm in Discord,
Oh
but
yeah, I got it
we
pulled up.
have
Yeah, yeah.
we got a cup and handle forming there on like the weekly. It's a slanted cup and handle with the neckline slanting downward. But then the handle is a falling wedge that's breaking out right now.
Do you have like a chart that you are you able to share or?
I don't know, bro, because I'm on mobile. Can I share on mobile? I don't
I
think so.
think you might be. I don't know. You might be able to. I got the chart shared for them, so I'm like kind of showing them. But obviously it would be a little bit different than what you're
Yeah.
exactly describing. But
Let
yeah,
me see if I can see the chart on YouTube. I mean, it's all the same stuff like that we're looking at here. Yeah, I see your chart there. Yeah, so the
yeah.
cup and handle I'm looking at is basically from the tip of the second tap of your upper trend line,
Yeah.
and then down coming up to that green Market Cipher signal there on Market Cipher A, that green
Mm,
circle, and then the falling wedge is this last little consolidation that we've got.
I just drew it out. Yeah. That would be the low of the target would be $5, right?
Right.
That's incredible,
Yeah,
man.
and if you look, I mean, look at Market Cipher B. So at the bottom is a massive bullish divergence. Then we change market structure. We bounce from the key fib zone with a trigger wave. We make another higher high. Then we form a falling wedge to tap into another key fib zone right around the golden pocket, retesting the previous range value area high. And look at that green dot printing there right now on your 3-week time frame. I mean, to me, if you see something like that in a bull run, when it's the last 6 months of the cycle, and Bitcoin has just continued in the uptrend, so it's
Mm,
in my opinion, invalidated the bearish summer scenario. I'm expecting a bullish fall into the winter. Like, Bitcoin tops out in the fall, and then alts continue to pump. Basically a more euphoric what we literally just saw happen the last few days. Bitcoin pumps, then ETH gets the big run. XRP's pumping.
yeah, no, yeah, 100%, man. I mean, I think that I'm not really in the camp. I know some people are in the camp for extended cycle into 2026. I'm not in that camp personally. What are your views on that? Can we go into 2026?
My view is I'm gonna say no until I'm
Okay,
wrong,
okay,
because every single time, bro, at least since I've been in crypto,
yeah,
people have been expecting that to happen. This extended
yeah,
cycle, this super cycle pulling up like rainbow logarithmic charts going back to 2011, like so. I don't buy it. I think the halving cycle is still valid, even though you're seeing like institutional interest. The reason is because look, the miners have to take profit. The miners have to take profit.
yeah, exact. That's another reason. Yeah, the
And
yeah, go ahead.
and even so, if you're BlackRock and all this, you're not trying to keep the price of Bitcoin going higher and higher. You're also trying to get in at low prices.
Yeah, definitely. The I was looking at the Fourier cycle, and statistically, if you want a place to DCA out of the market, the best time would have been in the last 3 months of the post-halving year each time. So last 3 months of 2017, last 3 months of 2021. So what I personally am going to do, maybe it won't work this time, but what I personally am going to do is DCA out from October to December of this year. And Cardano's one I'm ahead on right now, and I still think I'll be way ahead on that. I'm ahead on it a little bit. Well, actually, yeah, that's one of the few I'm actually ahead quite a bit on. I'm actually, yeah, like double or triple already, which is crazy. But that's my strategy. Just DCA out from October to December. Is that kind of what you're looking to do?
I've been super conservative. I sold 60K, 80K, 100K, 120K for Bitcoin.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I'm pretty much mostly out of my spot Bitcoin, which I know people say is dumb, but that was my plan.
Huh.
I haven't sold any of my altcoins until we hit new all-time highs. But yeah, I think that's a good plan as far as DCAing out. The reason why I do it this way is because it takes all guesswork out. It takes all speculation out. I have fixed prices like TP1, TP2, TP3 type deal.
Hmm.
So,
Wow.
you know,
But I mean,
but you know,
you have hodl bags too, right? That you never. Or are you somebody who like set?
oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
of course.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's Bitcoin I will never sell until I'm like fully retired and just living off Bitcoin while the whole rest of the world's falling apart.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 100%. A couple of things I wanted to ask you about. There's this theory I talked about with Paul Sampson, CVO Crypto. I've had him on a few times, and he thinks that like kind of what we're gonna see is like everything kind of follows this 18 to kind of 20-year cycle, like S&P 500, like in general, and like
Mhm.
basically the theory is that like you have kind of a bad decade, then two good decades, then you have a bad decade, then two good decades. It's kind of like how the 70s were pretty bad, 80s, 90s were good. The first 10 years of the new millennium was pretty bad, and then the 10s and 20s, have been good so far. And then the 2030s will be the next kind of bad decade. I don't know if you do look that far ahead, but what do you any like really long term things that you think? I don't know.
No, I'm too stupid for that. But I have heard that before, and it makes a lot of sense. And I don't know how that would impact Bitcoin specifically. But what's
Mm,
weird about Bitcoin is that as much as it's become integrated into traditional markets, especially in the last cycle,
mm,
it's it has the ability to divorce itself from that system in the event of, yeah, I don't know, a hyperinflationary dollar, or a U.S. debt default or something, like extreme scenarios I'm talking about.
mm,
We could see a complete collapse of the traditional financial system, and not necessarily see that Bitcoin loses any purchasing power, so to speak.
mm,
Like if we're measuring against a different yardstick, if we're still measuring Bitcoin against the dollar, maybe we'll see fluctuations. But in general, because there's, it extends beyond fiat currency, it extends beyond the dollar. I, I'm personally of the mindset as a Bitcoiner that, Bitcoin is a hedge against not just inflation, but against the disease of the Keynesian deficit spending fiat model, which
mm,
inevitably will end in complete hyperinflation. I mean, there hasn't been one currency ever in history where the government has defaced it and devalued it where there hasn't been a collapse of that currency. I mean, you could take it all the way back to Rome, where they would literally scratch chunks of silver off their coins as they were in circulation because, they were
mm.
devaluing their currency that way.
I'm curious. So, like, obviously, I don't know if you know about it, but the last world reserve currency, I think, before the U.S. dollar was the British pound. Was that what it was when the U.K. was kind of the world power, and then did that kind of like lose a lot of value? Is that what happened there? Do you know what happened with that?
I'm not 100% sure.
That
No.
would be, if anybody knows in the chat, that would be an interesting thing because obviously the last world power was it was obviously the UK, obviously Britain, and I don't know what the hell happened with their. I think their currency was devalued a lot, at least in like the 50s, the 60s during World War II. Um, they lost a lot of money fighting communism. I mean, that was kind of how they lost a lot of that empire. A lot of it was that, and then other internal kind of issues too.
Yeah.
But
I guess America lost a lot of money embracing communism.
lost money embracing, yeah. Among other things, yeah, among other things. I mean, do you like when obviously we talk about the inevitable, like all these, potentially financial system collapsing and all that inevitable things. Do you think, like, my view is that you're probably not going to see anything too bad happen until like the 2030s, probably. Do you think it could happen sooner, that we may see like some real crazy stuff go down in the next 5 years?
I really don't know.
Mm.
I'm if I lean toward I lean toward a slow and steady collapse of the Western empire headed by the United States, and not so much a drastic overnight collapse. That's kind of the way I see it, because that's
Mm.
kind of how it's been going down, the past few decades. All of a
Mm.
sudden you look around and like San Francisco is like a third world country,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and like 10 years ago it wasn't. But no one really notices unless you look back and you're like, how did we get here? So even just inflation. I mean, like, the last 5 years, inflation is real life inflation, not CPI. But in general, the purchasing power of the dollar has gone so far down. So in my opinion, I think things are just going to gradually get worse until maybe around the 30s. But eventually, I think there's going to have to be some kind of a new system put into play. And, not to get too conspiratorial, but when you look at like the United Nations agenda for the year 2030 and
Oh boy.
2050,
I didn't even
like,
hear about that. What does it say?
just their sustainable development goals for 2030 and 2050 to have basically almost almost like a stakeholder capitalism type thing where there's very, very few people involved in capitalism, the rich people, and everybody else is basically living in a more of like a circular economy where we share everything and rent everything and like live in kind of like a smart city on universal basic income type stuff. Sustainable development, equity for all.
The 100-year theory, kind of. I think I wrote it on Twitter, and everyone thought I was nuts. I mean, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I would think the closest, so kind of 100-year theory is that things kind of repeat every 100 years. Like 1918 was the Spanish flu, 2020 was COVID, and so on and so forth. So 1935 was when Social Security first came out. What would the next thing most similar to Social Security be that could come out in the 1930s? Probably it would be some form of universal basic income, which is basically what Social Security is, just for old people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. UBI, and ironically, the first ever UBI happened after COVID with the Trump money,
Yeah.
stimulus money,
Oh yeah, the stimulus. Yeah, yeah. During and after COVID. Yeah, with the
like a soft launch of it. But yeah, I think that UBI is inevitable. Look at what's happening with AI right now. People aren't going to have stuff to do, and I think it is the next step, logically.
I think that what'll really be the push for that would be, because right now I think what keeps unemployment pretty low, at least in the United States, is like the gig economy, like Uber. If you lose your job, I mean, you could make, I didn't even know this, like you could live in New York City, Manhattan, you could live in Brickell, Miami, any like very population dense city, and you don't even need a car or bike, you need nothing. You could just walk around and deliver food and make like $30 an hour on doing Uber Eats,
Wow.
DoorDash, all that. Like I know somebody who was doing it. Just literally walking around, no car, nothing, just delivering food, walking to, like, once that's all automated away, which is probably not that far away, they already have robots doing it in Miami for some of it.
Wow.
That's all. I don't know if you ever seen those little, they have it here in Finland too. It's kind of freaky, those little robots on wheels that deliver food. I don't know, do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen like pictures and stuff on the internet, but I live out in a place where I can run around naked and out in the wilderness and no one will see me.
Well, I mean, you could do that in San Francisco, but I'm kidding.
Yeah, I guess. But people would see.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So I would give it 5 years, 5 to 7 years before that really comes to fruition. That and self-driving cars as well before that really comes to fruition. And I could see at that point that would bring up unemployment a lot. And I think that the gig economy is like a big backbone of the economy, keeping unemployment rates low. So at that point, there would be more of a push for a UBI and I would think like you probably would see more kind of internal issues too, internal like commotion that we saw during COVID as well. A lot of internal commotion in the U.S. And then that's kind of the thing too, because it's like if you're the world power, usually you could win the war, but if you're fighting a civil war kind of at the same time, then it's tough. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
that's kind of the thing. Oh, the Genius Act just passed in Congress,
Oh
and
wow.
I don't know too much about that, but I don't. Is that even affecting? I think it's the market jumping. The market's not doing anything. It's coming down slightly. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's kind of just through history, and I think you look at when the U.S. really became the world power. If you look at 100-year theory, it was. It was. Oh yeah, Jason's gotta head out, but yeah, thank you so much, man, for coming on. But yeah, really appreciate you guys. Check out Jason Casper's channel, and I will see. I'll see you real soon, Jason. Let me show you your channel for you guys who don't know. Any parting words?
Bro, thanks for having me on, man. Like, I'm honored to be on your channel, bro.
Yeah, no, for any time, man. You're free. You're welcome anytime to come on, man. I'm gonna show everybody
Hey, if you're ever in my chat, bro, and you want to
I'm
just
right
randomly hop
all
on
the
Discord
time.
call, I'm down too.
Oh yeah, totally, man. I'm gonna stop by. I gotta get you a couple super chats in there and all that. So yeah, 100%, man.
It's 10 p.m. by you now?
It's 11 p.m. where I am right now.
Oh, okay, wow. So you're like 6 hours ahead of me then.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like 7 ahead of. Yeah, no, it's late where I am, but nobody ever sleeps here, man. Like it never. The sky never gets completely dark this time of year, man. Maybe 1 hour a day. Like it's interesting, but yeah,
Nuts.
it's cool.
All right,
But
bro.
anyway, man. Yeah. Thanks so much.
God bless you, man.
God bless you too. I'll see you. Bye. So that's Jason Casper, everybody. Great conversation there, and hopefully we'll have him on the channel some more. Check out his channel, 153K subscribers, just incredible stuff here. I mean, I'm sure all you guys probably already know him, or oh, he's got a little something else there. I wonder what that is, but live streams, all that. Really, really good trader. More of a scalp trader than I am, but he does everything. I think. Yeah, he does everything. So yeah, and yeah, so good insight there. I was gonna say, kind of finishing my thought there, but yeah, kind of if you were to see, 100-year theory, kind of 50s was when America became the big world power. So if the next world power would kind of really emerge in the 2050s, I would guess. So yeah, I gotta go on to a Twitter space in a minute. So it's waiting for the Trump signature. All season's so close. Wish I could go a little bit more here, but hopefully you got Uber involving robo taxis. Okay, let's get lucid a little bit. I got it. You guys should check out the Crypto Wolf. Oh my God, that just came. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that just pumped up. This could do some damage. I could see this doing some damage along with. I mean, who knows if it'll outperform a lot of these alts, but this could do some damage here. And then this could keep this out of bankruptcy or whatever. So yeah. Let me look at Mr. Abbey according to Gronk. Yeah. 1967 devaluated. U.S. evaluated by 14.3% and declining UK competitive. Yeah, so yeah, the British pound devalued. Yeah, And that was, yeah, so it was a little bit after, okay, so it was a little bit after. I mean, America kind of emerged as the world power in the 50s. I mean, that was kind of done at that point, but yeah. But yeah, that's good for Lucid there. And yeah. Um, F, what is FW? Okay, I've done it. Liquidity sweep. I don't really identify those. That's not my. That's not the way I do things. But yeah, is that a new all-time high in XRP? So it's okay. I only got another minute here, guys. But yeah. Mm. It looks like a new all-time high. Yeah, I think this will eventually break up. My target's always been between $4 to $6 for this. You know, around those areas. So I think it'll keep going up. You know, this could be the place where we get a little consolidation, I would guess. Lucid could be a real good buy here potentially, especially with the Tesla partnership. But then again, it's like, you know, do you really want that risk? Maybe it's better to just buy Tesla. You could consolidate here. I mean, I would hope Bitcoin would jump around a little bit. Wish I could go on a little bit longer. I got to get to that Twitter space actually. So, but yeah. Really appreciate you guys. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys really soon. Smash the like button. Went on a little bit today, about 40 minutes. There's not too much to say here. It's a little bit hard to say with everything going on, and we're going into the weekend. So you know, I mean, it is what it is. Be careful out there. I might, you know, oh man, they rob you sometimes. Freaking that trade. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I hope we jump up, but I could see some consolidation here. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys really soon. Smash the like button. Check out the pin chat, BloFin, 20% off your fees for life. Check that out. Also, bid fight down below, 20% off your fees for life.